We have 0.5 times 36, so we can set this out as a column multiplication, but we should write the 36 on the top line and the 0.5 below, because 0.5 has 0 ones, which means we won't need a second answer line because anything times 0 is 0. Now, we need to remember that if there's one decimal place in the question, there will be one decimal place in the answer, so we can copy down our decimal point, and now 6 times 5 is 30, so 3, 0. 3 times 5 is 15, plus 3 is 18, so we get 18.0, which we can just write as 18, because if you have 0.0 on the end of a number, you have a whole number. Now the other way of thinking about 0.5 times 36 is changing the 0.5, so changing the decimal into a fraction. We know that 0.5 is the same as 1/2, so we could have worked out 1/2 times 36, so just done 36 divided by 2. Now we have 0.6 times 300, so we can write the 300 on top and the 0.6 below. Again, if there's one decimal place in the question, we need one decimal place in the answer, and now 0 times 6 is 0, 0 times 6 is 0, and 3 times 6 is 18. We don't need a second answer line because we have 0 as our next digit, and anything times 0 is 0. So our answer is 180.0, which we can just write as 180. Now, we could have solved this again by changing the decimal into a fraction. 0.6 is 6/10. We could have simplified that to 3/5 as well, and we would still have got the same answer. But if we use 6/10, we can see that 300 divided by 10 is 30, and then 30 times 6 is 180, so our answer. Or we could multiply the numerator first. 300 times 6 is 1800, and then 1800 divided by 10 gets us 180. Now 312 times 0.3. We need the decimal point copied down. 2 times 3 is 6, 1 times 3 is 3, and 3 times 3 is 9. So our answer is 93.6. Again, we could have changed 0.3 to 3/10 and multiplied that by 312. 312 divided by 10 is 31.2, and then 31.2 times 3 gives the same answer as 312 times 0.3. Or we could have multiplied the numerator first. 312 times 3 is 936, and then we could have divided that by 10 to get our answer 93.6. If we think back to this first question, it can be confusing when multiplication gives us an answer that's smaller than one of the numbers in our question. But to see why that works, we know that 0.5 is 5/10, and one way to multiply by 36 is to add 0.5 36 times. But we can see if we add another 0.5, so another 5/10, we now have 10/10, but that's the same as 1. And again, if we add another 0.5, so a third one, and then a full float of 0.5, we get 2, and we can see how this would carry on until, when we've done this 36 times, we'll have 18 ones altogether. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope that was helpful. If you're a teacher or a parent, then please subscribe or go to keystage2maths.com to download resources for this lesson and many more. That's all for now. I'll see you in the next video.